Wow.
Happy Christmas Eve, Eve.
Merry,
Hey.
Merry Christmas, Adam.
Yes. So as you can see this week, Christmas Eve even it's chaos here. So no green screen today. I'm in the middle of assembling my new chair, which arrived today. I've had it on back order since about 2-3 months. I can't remember. It's a Secret Lab gaming chair. So it's turned up, and I'm looking forward to I started setting it up, but didn't go all the way there. Anyway, let's say hello to some people. Tony Prodger, good afternoon. Hi, Doug. Good to see you. Margaret, hello. Hello to anyone else that is watching, whether it be in the main Society 11 group or the Moneymakers group at the moment, or, of course, if you're watching in the Society 11 members area.
Nice.
Or you're watching a replay. Hello. You're welcome too. So, this week's Midweek Musings, as this has become, one of the things I want to do is talk about the thing that Tom Clark raised in the Society 11 group. And if you haven't read this post in the Facebook group, it's well worth a read. It's some absolute gold in there. And I said, okay, I saw the post and I didn't have time to sit and write an answer. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about it when we do our next live. Hi, Chad. Good to see you. Oh, Doug's got his mug. So thank you. So he says, so there you go, Tom. Doug has got his mug. I think many Society 11 members have now got mugs with various things written on them from amiamug.com. Is that right? Anyway. Yes, Tom has been active lately, and I like that. So Tom posted the age-old question. He went, I know it's been asked before, but it was basically the one about what would you have to do if you had to start all over again. And I'm going to get it right, actually. I'm just going to look it up so that I quote it properly, because it's an interesting question. It comes up a lot in interviews. If you ever do interviews for podcasts and stuff, it gets asked quite a bit. And for me, it has more than one answer is the thing. Because as with anything, it depends very much on the economic environment at the time, what's hot at the time, and many other things. But anyway, so the question was, what would you do if you had to start all over again with nothing? So you've got no list, you've got no products, but you do have knowledge and time. And we will imagine that you have some money, because I think it's highly impractical to think you can start a business without some sort of seed capital.
Right.
And when people say to me, what would you do if you've got no money? I start selling stuff. Go through your garage, get stuff on eBay, basically put together a pot of seed money. If you truly believe in what you're doing, you're going to invest in yourself. This is not a waste. And even if you have to give something up that you kind of like for a while, I sold lots of bits and pieces. For me, this was 20 odd years ago, but I sold lots of stuff to get the seed money together. But later on in life, the stuff that I missed and that I wanted, but I replaced, because money replenishes. That money comes back round. And if you've invested it wisely, it increases and increases. So if you've got no money, get off your ass. Either go and stack shelves and work, just trade your time for the money, and don't blow the money on pizzas and beers and stuff like that, but put some of it aside and go, that's my seed money. Or sell some stuff. But you've got to have some seed money. In my case, I sold a bunch of stuff, and I actually used a credit card, I'd cleared a credit card, and I had a few thousand as a limit. The more you want to the more you invest initially, the quicker you'll start. It's really how it goes. Because if you can afford to spend $1,000 on advertising, you don't blow it all at once. You do it in testing and whatever.
Right.
But you've got to have up to that. It can take you a few $100s to find the combinations that work and convert and everything else that you need to find. It's not a magic formula. It's just business. So anyway, let's go back to the thing. You've got knowledge and you've got time. Okay, so I'm going to say, and we're assuming a little bit of money in some way. I my personal thing has become, and this isn't what I did. If I was just desperate and wanted to make quick money, and I was like, really, oh, I've got to start all over again, I've got absolutely nothing. I would, if I'm honest, pick a niche I love. I always come back to this, because when you're having a work in a niche, I've got niches I went into thinking I quite like them. The truth is, they make money for me still, but I'm not really doing anything. They kind of dwindled a bit. I mean, I just keep running the ads and they keep making a bit of money and it comes in. But I lost interest in the tweaking and the testing for those things, because it's not the topics I'm just not really into in a big enough way. Start with something I like, but in one of the money niches. We all know what the money niches are. It's been discussed 100 times and is covered in 1,000 different products and reports. So it has to be a financially viable niche. And the very first thing I would do is get a landing page up.
Bingo.
Every time. Everything I do starts with a landing page. And this is why I tell people that want to get into the information marketing business that you've got to learn the basics of sales copy. You have to be great at it, but you need to understand the basics, and you work off templates, you can do all that kind of stuff, but get landing pages built. It's so easy these days. There are so many tools that make it a doddle to get a really good looking landing page up. And that's always my start. Where can I get a landing page up for something? And then get to all the places where people that are in that niche, you should already be hanging out them. I would pick a niche I was already interested in. So let's take a lot of the niches I'm interested in, I've already monetized. I make money in the magic and conjuring niche. I make money in the new age hoodie voodie niche. I make money in internet marketing. I make money from software because I still interested and I do various software solutions. But the thing is, they're all things I'm interested in. So you should be hanging out in groups on Facebook and places. You know, you should. If you're interested in the topic, you're going to know where all the stuff on it is on the internet. And if you don't, then start looking and get interested. And those are the places I want to just drop little note. Can I give them a freebie? Can I do whatever? And that's honestly, every time, that is my starting point. Off the back of the landing page, I want to take them to some kind of offer, because then I can afford to run paid traffic to it. If I don't have an offer of my own, I can find initially a ClickBank offer or a whatever for that niche, and I can put that on the back end while I do my initial testing and tweaking on the landing page, getting the conversions up. Then I can look at what sales I've made and I can work on, well, maybe that's not the right offer. Now, can I create an offer to plug in there? But you're always got something live that's potentially making you the money while you're building your product. Then you put your product where the affiliate thing was. Now you might go on and build an upsell. When you've got that, you add it on. Don't wait until you've got everything for your funnel. If you're just starting out, the quicker you get stuff live and the quicker you get buy buttons out there, the quicker you're going to make a return. And, you know, so as soon as you've got the landing page converting, you're going, what offer can I put in there? Make something, put something in, even if it's low ticket, even if you don't have an upsell. That's what I would do. I mean, that's it. And what do you need for that? Some sort of page builder, an autoresponder, and all of those things. Obviously, landing page. When I say put up a landing page, you have to have an email sequence behind it. But initially, if you don't have time to just get the landing page up, the minute that's live, start getting people to it. Invite people to go and look at it. Get this free thing, whatever it is. There you go. I hope that helps somebody. But I start all niches that way. Absolutely any niche I go into. And then beyond that, I might build a little blog with some articles and make sure my autoresponders pointing back to articles and that thing, getting them used to going back and forward to a blog and establishing that as something, because you want to establish your own web properties at the forefront of their mind rather than your Facebook groups and your pages. You want to do that as well, but you always want your own properties at the forefront, because if Facebook boots you off or YouTube shuts you down or Twitter closes your account, it doesn't really matter. Curt's got so fed up of me rambling today that he's gone, I'm just going to leave. So, and there he is.
There we go.
So there we go. That is the answer to my thing. I hope that has inspired some of you and helped some of you. it starts with a landing page. If you do nothing else this Christmas holiday and you're feeling bored, think to yourself, let me go and build some landing pages. They're not difficult. Learn to do it. It's well worth it. Everything starts with that. Right. But very good question from Tom.
And that was a very good gift that we just give the Moneymakers group as well.
It was. Merry Christmas, Moneymakers. I was going to say the surprise for the Moneymakers this week is we're not kicking them off. For this edition of the Midweek Musings, we're going to let them stay almost right until the end. I do have a secret thing I want to share with only the members in Society 11, which is this. There's a technique which you and I have used, and I've used it. I use it all the time. It's particularly useful if you've got something new, if you're breaking into a niche, and it really helps build a buzz. And we're going to tell Society 11 what that is at the very, very end. We'll cut off the Moneymakers. But apart from that, the Moneymakers are going to get the whole show. They're just not going to get that little golden nugget at the end today.
Unfortunately, I know it's a very good golden nugget.
Absolutely.
All the time.
So,
it worked.
Curt couldn't get a word in edgeways. I know, I was just off on one.
And that's okay. That's the reason why the internet just like, Andie's got this.
Andie's got this. What would you do, Curt, if you had to start all over again?
Well, with no money and...
You've got knowledge and you've...
Knowledge. Well, I would do the exact same thing whenever you first brought out Sasset. You had it at a high price, one offer, many years ago. I looked at it and said, I know I can build something and recoup all of that cost and maybe be in profit within 2 weeks.
Right.
Because it hit into my wheelhouse. I've already had ideas from a previous product that fit directly into it. It just converted right over. So with that, I think it was good timing. I think Windows 8 was really messing up a bunch of stuff, and Windows 10 was on the horizon. And so it just worked out perfectly. So yeah, I burned $2,000 on a credit card and had it paid off in 2.5 weeks.
Didn't know, did you? The truth is you invested the money.
That's it.
And you got the return on it yeah, exactly. And that's how you need to think as an entrepreneur. It's not, I mean, some people get too sloppy and they start, I'll throw everything on my credit card and it's all piles up me down. No, you've got to be sensible about what you buy and what you choose to use in your business. And
it did, but the thing of it is I did have a list. So that's not really fair either.
Okay. So but if you didn't have a list, then I mean, I know my angle was back to a landing page, Mark, because everything I start with is that, even if it doesn't look like it is, like when I genuinely did start all over again once, because I'd done the IM thing for quite a few years, then went off to try and do something in the real world in a proper business, and just ended up investing more time than I've ever invested for so little return. It was ridiculous. And then I did have to start again because I had pretty much got nothing. But even then, it was giving away software. They then had to register, which so it's like a reverse squeeze page. They got the thing first, they downloaded it, then they had to activate. You can still do that kind of thing today. You just slightly the tools that will.
Yeah.
I coded it, then I bought that product that helped do it. So.
Yeah, I look at it that way. I would probably use Facebook and Facebook groups. I would do Facebook Lives. I would try to get people involved with my Facebook Lives. I'd invite them. I would do low entry products at 75 to 100% commission to get the affiliates' attention, probably 100%. Let Warrior Plus take care of the payments. I don't have to worry about it at that point in time. And I don't have to worry about PayPal killing me. Let them be the merchant of record if that's possible, or use Gumroad or ClickBank, because then I really don't have to worry about it.
Actually, Gumroad is one of my favorite things to point newbies at now.
Right, because you have a blog, you have the way to sell your products, you have ways to advertise your product. Anytime you make a post, everyone that's followed you on Gumroad gets an email about your post or your new product that you may be adding. So yeah, it's a great platform. They take 5% plus fees. So guess what JVZoo does? 5%, you still pay the fees. So
There you go.
what's the
And with
difference?
Gumroad, you can upgrade. There's a pay level where you can do more posts, unlimited products. Well,
Correct.
and it's
Unlimited posts, unlimited workflows.
based on your number of customers that you
Yeah,
build up.
yeah.
And I've got a free account under my own name that I'm using for a few things at the moment. But I've actually got a niche that in the new year I'm going to. I want to do it as like a case study experiment thing. I want to see if I can just get a Gumroad account, upgrade it, point the domain at it, so I've got nothing but Gumroad.
Yeah.
And this will not be in a niche that I'm already in. And then, so basically, and then go and try and build some interest and see what I can do with nothing but a Gumroad account, a little bit of word of mouth, and then some paid advertising once I've got the pages how I think they need to be. That's going to be, I want to try and do it without using anything else. I don't want to use any third party stuff. So that's a case study I've got in my mind to do in the new year. If everyone thinks that's a good idea, do let me know.
Right.
And if I do it, how in depth should I go to? I mean, I don't think I need to be teaching them exactly how Gumroad works, because Gumroad have got some great help files. But certainly, I've got some interesting ideas with the ways that you can build a funnel within it, even though it's not really designed to do funnels. And you can
Well,
maximize
they're
marketing
starting to
potential.
do workflows, which I believe is their answer to a type of funnel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually quite interesting how it's growing. And for everyone that's rolling your eyes about Gumroad, they started doing $1 million in sales every month in October,
There you go.
and that
It's
is
just another platform that you can sell on. And here's the thing:
yeah,
all of you that have got products on Warrior Plus right now that have launched and they're now sat there making the odd few sales a week or whatever they do. Yeah, we've all got them, right? Do what I've started to do. I'm putting them over on Gumroad in my
yeah.
Gumroad account. I've only put a couple in so far. I'm just putting them, not taking them off Warrior Plus, not taking them off Thrivecart, not taking them over. I'm just putting them over in there because that is a natural little SEO point for Google
Mhm.
and things, potentially free traffic. I'm using a free account. I don't care if Gumroad take 5%. I was paying affiliates 50.
Right.
It's just the time it takes to bung it in the account and leave it there and see what happens. So that's what I've been doing. And I am making sales and I'm not actively advertising my Gumroad.
So Gumroad is definitely would be a tool that you really could use. You don't have to invest in it. You can use it and just pay the fees, which I'm doing at this point in time. I'm wanting to get it to a sustainable level, and then I'll switch over to the paid account, which cuts the fees that they take down to 1%.
Mm-hmm. It's
Whoopsie
like
ding dong.
$10 a month, the first level, and then it
Yeah,
grows as you get more customers, it grows. And
right.
it's an interesting model. And I think one that's very good, because if somebody wants to get started and you're in that position that Tom was talking about, I've got no list, I've got no products, I've got nothing, right? Well, okay, you have to create a product, but nearly anyone can create. You go and look at some of the stuff. Go to Gumroad's homepage and then look at there's a bubble of all the different Gumroad stores. Look at what people are selling, and it opens your imagination. There are artists selling doodles and drawings. There are people selling photographic stuff, images used on websites and PLR. You can't buy PLR and then resell it on there. But if you're the author of the PLR, you can sell PLR packs on Gumroad, and there are people doing that.
That's right.
Music, royalty-free music, video. There's so many different things on there that are being sold. And it's not limited to digital either. You can do stuff that involves physical delivery as well. So if you were in a position where you had to start out, get over there. It's free, effectively. And then, post what you've done, get something on there, get it for sale, Start telling people about it. Put a free product on there as well and tell people about that, because that's builds your list over on
That's
Gumroad.
exactly right. You want them to get that free product, and when they're a free product owner, every post that you do, Gumroad emails out about your posts. So you could be talking about other products, other services, and everything else, and Gumroad will actually take care of the emailing for you. So that takes care of your landing page, your blog, and your AR. So 3 tools.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, I'm not a fan of the all eggs in one basket model a lot of the time, but for me, it's not. For me, it's I'm going for that niche, I'm going to do it, and for that one, I'm going to do it, and for these, I'm going to do it as well as what I'm doing on Thrivecart and Warrior Plus and Zoo and ClickBank and whatever else. So it's there you go. See, Paul Carr, he says he's got coloring but some puzzles sale on Gumroad and some puzzle images with PLR.
Here is, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. This is Gumroad. This is some of their top creators right here. And let's just pick one. First generation wealth building. 18 ratings, 27 ratings, 4 ratings, 47 a month, $99, $2.99. So they're not low dollar items either. These are items that are actually selling at a good price. You could just take a look at this and just pull this up, and 47 monthly product. I'm sure he's got another page that's selling it and he's just linking over to this. However, it's easy to do, as you can see here. Let's choose another one. Oh, photographer. Many different products that they have here. 343 ratings. Hint, hint, Mr. Meller. Recapture the magic of your color negatives. He goes through this. Hint, hint, Mark John Beniston. Because I know those are 2 people that are into photography big time.
Sure, I'll tell you a little story about photography and how I made money in it. And I'm not really a photographer,
Okay.
but I had a camera and I went out for a walk and just snapped random stuff that could be just backgrounds, leaves,
Yeah.
bushes, tree trunks, the pavement, grass, the sky, just the absolute random cack. Anywhere I went, just snap stuff, not particularly worrying about composition, just click, there's a nice brick wall, there's this. And then I bundled those images up, and along with a load of CC0 images into an image pack, and put it together as a site and a product which I sold. And then, in actual fact, after I sold loads and those copies of the image packs, I then flipped the entire site to somebody else, and it's still going today.
There you go.
Anyone, I'm not a photographer. I mean, I've had a vague interest in it.
I think I could probably guess the domain.
You probably could. It was a good domain name.
It was a very good domain.
Yeah. I say it's still going today. I better check that now. Last time I checked, it was still going. And the guy still had the same product for sale. Yeah, no, it's still there. PLR.photos.
Yep.
You can still buy the images for $9 on JVZoo. Look at that. So there you go.
480 high resolution photos. And I'm just going to say, that's kind of pretty.
Yeah. I think this was just a WordPress site. Yeah. With MemberSonic or something. Something I was allowed to flip.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, some people really overthink this stuff. This was a few, and for my photos, I could have just done it all with them in free ones like CC0 and put them in a pack, but I chucked some totally original stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't one of mine, actually. That was one that was in there. I'll see if any of mine are actually in this bit.
Well, it looks like he may have increased it. He may have went out and did some more photos himself or gathered more, because it was at over 500. Now it's 840.
Oh.
So
I can't remember if that was him or me, actually. I think I did that when it was launched. I think it was always 840. There you go. Don't overthink things. Big message there. Right. So we are going to say goodbye to the moneymakers. We're going to wish them a Merry Christmas, splendid new year and all of that. And just to remind you, if someone said to you, well, get yourself something for Christmas, Moneymakers. Get yourself a society level membership, and then you get these lives that we do where we do all this business chatter. You get the full ones. You don't normally get this full one we've done today. You get all of those. You get all the other stuff that's a part of Society 11. It would be the best gift you could give yourself for next year if you seriously want to start making money online. With that, we're going to say goodbye to the Moneymakers. And there they go.
With not even an outro.
No, I couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered. So, for the rest of you, the technique that I was referring to, I was doing it on them. It is just create a buzz. You need to learn to create a buzz about stuff that you're doing. People tend to build products and then start building the buzz. If you know what the product's going to be, start building the buzz while you're building the product. And that's very much what we did when we launched Society 11. People will remember scatty little videos that appeared and no one knew what the hell it was, because none of our early things said what it was.
No.
It was just Society 11, are you in yet? And the doors are closing and other weird, bizarre stuff. It's creating a buzz, and you can do it, and you can use this hook, and webinar presenters do it all the time, don't they? They say, and for those of you that stay to the end, I'm going to give you this free gift, and you'll be able to download that. That's a hook. They're now hooked in to stay. They're building up what they're going to say, and any sales technique or whatever that you do. And so with the Moneymakers, and with that, and us going, we're going to share a golden nugget. Well, the golden nugget's this: create the buzz. Create the thing. They're now sat there wondering what the hell they've missed, which is the exact point. And sometimes the thing they've missed can be a massive thing, Exactly. Start with an open loop. People's brains need to close the loop. And if you want a superb and funny education in open and closed loops, watch stand-up comedians like Billy Connolly, who was a master of the open loop. He would start a story. It would go off on all these little tangents and open loops to other funny stories, but it would all zigzag back at the end. And when it all came together, the audience knew that was the end. All the loops were closed. Round of applause. And that's how comedians and performers do it. And we do it in sales copy. We do it in webinar stuff. We do it in lives.
I'm doing it right now, getting ready to promote a product that I'm going to be launching via Facebook. And I'm doing it via Facebook. Member mention. Promoting about it, talking about it, sending out emails about it, telling people to go into this Facebook group, dropping hints about it in there. One of the other things that I'm doing here is something unique. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm just going to tell you guys, because you are paid members, Society 11, this group's only going to be open for a few days. I'm going to do the training. I'm going to teach all this about it, tell you how you could do it, full 9 yards. I'm also going to tell you how you can do it in a more efficient way. And that efficient way is, of course, a product of mine. However, that's what this group is about. It's exposing people to the product, to the way, to the method, and then I show you the shortcut of how to get there. That's the whole idea. It is nothing clickbait stuff. Absolutely, Tom. Basically, it's just getting people in there, letting me talk to you. Because business, I think, is going to become more personable in 2021. People seeing your face, being able to talk to them just like we're doing right now, I believe is going to be huge, because we've lost that. If you open it up and you're able to communicate with people looking at them, that's going to be big in 2021, I believe. And that's what I'm going to start doing. You're going to start seeing me do a lot more lives in other groups, everything else. So trying to get more attention and then just move on. So it's a pop-up FB group. That's absolutely true. It's exactly what it is. It's a pop-up group, pop-up training group.
This is a model that you looked at a while ago, isn't it, Curt?
Yep.
It's going to be an interesting thing. I'm keen to see what the stats are on it and how it performs. So, Anyway, all that is left for us to do, apart from tell you about a special thing that's happening tonight or today in a few hours' time, It will be. In fact, where are we now? It is in about 5 hours' time. 9 o'clock London
4.5
time.
hours. 4.5
4 and a half hours time. Whereby.com/IM Pub. We will be doing the IM Pub's Christmas Eve Ding Dong, which is just like an IM Pub, but we're sort of celebrating the fact that it's how it all started, because that is how everything started. And we do have one other thing to do. I'm glad Robert's reminded us, so Curt can get onto that. So yes, do join us. We can have up to 50 people in that IM Pub. You can't, not 50 on camera at once, obviously, but they can be up to 50 in there, and you can choose if you're on camera or not. So do pop along, do come and join us. Those that drink will drink. I won't be, obviously. I've quit that malarkey.
Well, we do have December 30th, and I will be around. Do we want to do it? Are we going to do one on December 30th? A Wednesday musing?
I can do the 30th.
It's the last show of the month.
Okay then.
Last show of the month, because we're not going to do one Friday.
No, there's no live on Friday, because obviously Friday's the big day.
Because we want to do it the last
birthday
episode of the month that we're doing, because I think that would be advantageous to whoever the winner is and whoever the current winner is.
There we go then. So you will find that out next Wednesday, on which will be our next live. We're now away until next Wednesday for the Christmas break. And so whatever you're doing for Christmas, I know for many of you, thanks to COVID and things are mentally locked down. In England, it's like we're all imprisoned. And if you're on tier 5, you're only allowed to look out the window for half an hour a day. And if you're on tier 6, you can only look out the window at night for 10 minutes. And if you're on, I don't know how it works. Anyway, there's all these tiers, and a lot of it's locked down. But don't get bogged down by that. Enjoy yourself. Spend the time with those that you can. Have a good time, enjoy it, and make some good plans for what you're going to do next. I normally find an awful lot of my New Year stuff starts happening immediately after Christmas. I start getting the ideas and going, I'm going to do this and this and this. So, Merry Christmas to you all. We will see you to wish you a Happy New Year next week. And until then, stay safe. Bye.
Bye, guys.